FIA Formula 3 kicks off in Bahrain. It's the first of 10 weekends, and we start the Bahrain International Circuit for 2023. And this is the calendar. 10 races starting here in Bahrain before Australia, our first ever race there. Emilia-Romagna, Monaco back on the calendar for the first time since 2012. Spain marks the halfway point of the season before Austria, Britain, Hungary. Then Belgium and Italy in September round out the 2023 campaign. 10 races across 20 individual races. It's the first race of any series in 2023. Good morning and welcome to Bahrain International Circuit. For the first race of Formula 3, it's sprint race time. It all starts here then. 2023's racing calendar gets underway with FIA Formula 3, and we can't wait to get started. We're about to cross over with the world feed. Synthel's with me again this year. Quickly, Synth, good morning. You looking forward to this race?
Yeah, definitely. Finally, the first race of 2023 with Formula 3, of course. And I am really looking forward to this one. And I think we've been waiting for long enough. Let's go racing.
Here we go then. It's time to get ready. The world feed's coming in to sync up. In qualifying at Shakir, 30 cars ventured out onto the circuit. Drama fulfilled as well, slipping and sliding in the sort of middling conditions as the sun began to set. But in terms of sprint qualifying, it was Franco Colapinto and Jose Maria Marti who got in the correct position to start on pole position for the sprint race. And it's going to be very exciting. Who will top Formula 3? The start procedure is moments away as we get ready for a sprint race. Well, the anticipation is through the roof. FIA Formula 3 is underway. There's a great saying, Sic Parvis Magna, greatness from small beginnings. That's exactly what FIA Formula 3 is all about. Round one, day one of the season. It's sprint race time, and we've got a reverse grid to contend with. I'm Joshua Birch, and alongside me in the commentary box for the 2023 season once again is Synthel. This has been what we've been waiting for all winter. Best way to start a new year, just throw in Formula 3. Everything's going to be electric.
Yeah, definitely. We know from the past Bahrain with Formula 3 is absolute chaos. And this grid is so competitive. I think the top 16 or something was within half a second in qualifying. So I think we have a very exciting race on our hands now.
Here's the starting grid then. Franco Colapinto has pole position. Alongside him on the first row is Jose Maria Marti, Carl Khaled and Paul Aron are on the second row. Dino Bionovic as well starts in fifth position. Leonardo Fororoli as well starts in sixth position. That's the first three rows. Caleb Frederick back in seventh position. Hugh Barter is in eighth position. Oliver Goleth back in the championship permanently this year is in P9. Gregory Saucy round out 10. Gabriel Bolletello is 11th alongside Gabriel Mini as well. Mini has pole position for the feature race tomorrow. The top 12 getting being reversed over. Further down on the grid, 13th as well for Christian Mansell, who is a type 1 diabetic. He's received an exemption from the stewards to race with a mobile phone in the car, and in case he needs to come into the pits, believe it or not, for insulin. Sebastian Montoya making his permanent debut in Formula 3 is standing 14th. Johnny Edgar 15th. Nicola Tosolo is in 16th position. Luke Browning 17th. Zach O'Sullivan down in 18th position on the field as well. Mariel Boyer as well in 19th position as well. Got a penalty even before the race weekend started for being out on the track. Rafael Villa Gomez is 20th. Nicola Bedrin as well is 21st. Percho Wisconsin as well is in 22nd. Sophia Flörsch making a return to Formula 3 for the first time in 4 seasons, starts 23rd. Oliver Gray is 24th on the grid as well. Further down on the field as well, as we look down on the timing delta, 25th, that's for Ida Cohen, a poor qualifying for him. Hunter Yaney is in 26th position. Tommy Smith is 27th with Alexandra Garcia in 28th. Roberto Ferreira is 29th, and 30th for Taylor Barnard as well. We've got penalties though. Oliver Gray has a 3-place group penalty for impeding another driver, and car 27 of Taylor Bernard has been permitted to start per document number 41 of the stewards. That's for not setting a representative qualifying time. Just a quick explaining to you, we have no lap counter in terms of respect of counting up lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, so instead it's laps completed, blank out of, and then we'll go from there. And the out of, since usually for this it's going to be 23 laps ahead of us, an awful long time for everyone to get going.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously one very long DRS straight, so it's very good for overtaking. After lap 3, of course, DRS will be enabled, and then, well, for 23 laps, I think we can expect full chaos.
I'm really hoping we get full chaos. Is that really bad to say? But full chaos is what we kind of live for here. Make sure it's all good. So it's a 23-lap sprint race. We'll keep you up to date with exactly what that means. It'll be a 45-minute procedure as well in total. That's how long the race can last for. We do have the advantage of a virtual safety car or the full safety car coming into fruition as well. We'll go with that as we do. But as you can see, it is a 23-lap sprint race to come forward as well. The green lights will signal everywhere as we begin the parade lap. And the cars head out onto the circuit. I'm trying to refresh the data screen because right now it's saying lap 40.9. It's supposed to be saying lap 1. I think it'll, yes, no, not just yet though. And we've got a stall on the grid already down at the back. That was Sebastian Montoya, but he's got going again now.
Yeah, well, as long as he's not passed by the whole grid, he can get back to his position, I think. So luckily for him, he was able to get it going just in time.
Good morning to the Lowell. It says we are back. Only race I've been fit here for today. I might join your F1 quali later there, meeting a friend today. Cars 29.31 starting from pit lane due to starting procedure infringement. Oh, thanks for that information. We didn't get that on the grid. So that, with car 29 on the field, looking where they are quickly on the board. That's why they're not on the grid then. I was wondering why we were having that issue. So Sophia Flörsch alongside as well. Let's head for the top 3.
Sneaky.
Nicky, thank you.
Quite good, strong at the front. On the last set, I think we missed a little bit. It's really tight, as F3 always is.
Let's hear from P2.
It was a little bit unfortunate to get both my first laps deleted, so in that sense, a lot of nerves going into the last push. Obviously, we only have 3 laps here in Bahrain, and the first 2 laps got invalidated. A little bit of a shame it was P3 in the first one and P1 in the second.
And now here for Paul Man.
What we were hoping for after the Formula 1 rubber and all that, and we really struggled throughout the session, but I think we have a really good race car.
Lot of action.
Great to hear from...
Lot of action since we're getting ready for the start procedure to get underway soon. Are you expecting drama on the opening lap, or will it be quite calm compared to the rest of what we were expecting?
I mean, a collision is nearly inevitable right in that first corner, a very sharp turn 1 with 30 cars coming through there. I think we may expect an early safety car, but well, let's see if they can surprise us by keeping it clean.
The tension through the roof. Atmosphere begins to slightly rise and slightly get nervous as well, because one mistake and it does cost you an awful lot, especially here at Bahrain as well. It's a tight, twisty circuit. They like to form together. 23 laps ahead of us as well. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Can't seem to get the right delta time because no one's told us. how long the sprint race duration is because the FIA keep adjusting it. So as I quickly Google that, Synth, names having to get used to as well ahead of this one. But we've got Ida Cohen starting way at the back in 25th position. He was a star last year at Emilia-Romagna and really came into his own. Surely we're going to see him battling through the field, having better runs.
Yeah, well, it's going to be difficult to try and fight his way through the field, as we're now on board with Jaco Solomon, who's going to try the same, of course, starting in P18, and only points in the top 10.
So, it's a 23-lap feature race, it's a 20-lap sprint race. I've just had to confirm they've swapped those distance around because usually they stay the same, race 1 and race 2, but the FIA made the decision last night to change that delta. So they've been making a lot of late decisions, the FIA, this weekend, in terms of what's happening. Into the pit lane, as you say, comes the 31 of Piotr Wiskinski as well, alongside Sophia Flörsch. They'll be starting this race from the pit lane. They are the two they're the two PMH Racing by Charouz coming in as well. It's all quiet coming down to the grid. All you can hear is the revs of the engines as the start procedure is seconds away. I hope we don't miss it because the car's on the grid and the car's at the end of the pit lane. There we go then. Still lining up since 30 cars. Insane. Brand new era. Brand new launch for Formula 3. When the 5 lights go out, the 2023 season will be underway. Green flag in the back. It's been a long winter. Count the beams, count the lights with all 5 on. Lights out in Formula 3. Still on the grid already. In the middle of the pack, it's one of the cars. Can they all get through? Yes. But down towards turn number 1. Franco Colapinto has the lead in towards turn number 1. 3 abreast, coming into the braking zone. Trying to go around the outside. Kyle Collette getting forced down. Brilliant start and keeping Colapinto in the lead. Down as well. Jose Maria Martin to 3rd position. Cars left and right as they head up the hill towards turn number 4 for the first time. 19 laps in total now. The sprint scene, they keep changing it. Round the outside. Kyle Collette trying to have a go for a move of position. Jose Maria Martin's gone way wide. Coming on the inside there in the Primos. Dino Beganovic as well. Trying to get back through. Forcing the two Primos coming together. A little bit of contact between them. Side by side. All is well at the start. Synth.
What an incredible start by Colette, nearly taking the lead from P3 on the grid. One of the Tridents looking up, going side by side as well. A lot of battling going on through turn 8. We're on board with Gregory Saucy now.
So 19 laps the duration of this, even though it's supposed to be 20. The FIA keep adjusting the rules. Into the breakers up at turn 10 already. Looking on the inside. That is a dangerous manoeuvre. And off the track as well goes Lino Fornaroli as well. He was getting battled by Caleb Frederick. Down the straight we go. Towards turn 10, yellow flag has been released. We're back to green flag conditions as well. And Sophia Flörsch and Wiskinski as well back out on the circuit. Everyone snapping with oversteer. Everyone desperate to get grip into the tyres. No tyre warmers in Formula 3. It's why that formation that we just saw took so long.
Yeah, and we saw, look at that. Colette is still very close to the leader as going wide. That's Frederick, I think.
Yep.
Going very wide in turn 13. He's right behind, I think, oh, look at that. A lot of battles going on, and somehow they've all managed to keep it clean for the opening lap, unless something happens to the final corner.
So, this is lap 1. Sophia Flörsch down in 30th position already. Franco Colapinto leads. Kyle Collette is second. Jose Maria Marti from Paul Aron. Dino Beganovic. Oliver Goleth as well. Further back, that's one of the MP Motorsports as well, trying to get a bit under pressure. There you see with the number 1 is Paul Aron. He was making contact with Dino Beganovic, the two Primas. There's Caleb Frederick looking on the inside. 3 abreast further back as Kushmani's going for a move position as well. There is the 8 trying to get through the inside. That's Gregory Saucy getting ahead of Hugh Barter down towards turn 1 and 2. Back up. Barter's got the DRS. It's activated on lap 2 this season as well. Across all series, not lap 3. And you can already see the drama it's causing as there's something wrong with the yellow. Someone on the track. Out of turn 4. Bit of a slippy slide. It's coming up the inside down. Side by side and off into the wall.
Contact.
Big one there. And that is the 18 who's been smelled of Rafaela Villagomez. And that is sure to be a safety car. Villagomez in the wall. And up the inside with a little bit of a clip of the front wing there, Johnny Edgar.
Yeah, was that contact with, I think maybe Bortoletto? I'm not too sure. I think it was one of the Tridents, but we can see a replay of that soon as well. It's side by side through turn 10, one of the slowest corners here, and going off there is the MP Motorsports. Yellow flag,
Safety
still no
car.
safety car. There it is. Yeah.
Yep. Safety car deployed. as that is Begnovic and making battle without on, so only in 4th position. And good to see Rafael Gomez out of the car as he launched across the track towards the wall. It's a concrete wall there with a bit of Tech Pro in front of it, so that's why the car had a nasty accident. It was on the hard compound tyre as well, so little grip in those. The medical safety car's going out as well as the full safety car coming in, or has the medical safety car just completed its first lap? I think that's the case. Talk us through it there, Synth.
Yeah, so let's see. It was with one of the tries, and I think it was Bortoleto making contact with him. I would be surprised if Bortoleto doesn't have any damage. Quite a big impact for the Van Amersfoort Racing of Rafael Villagomez, but luckily he's okay.
Big launch in towards the wall. Never like to see a car going that direction. Look, it hits the Tech Pro barrier as well, just behind the concrete wall. And safety
Yeah,
car
I think Bortoleto was expecting Villagomez to just turn, of course, with the corner, but I think Bortoleto was trying to push, that Villagomez tried to push Bortoleto a bit to the inside, so he went a bit straight on, and that's how they make contact, and into the wall goes Villagomez.
Yeah, a little while says initial thought he was just cut the trident off. Looks like he just cuts him up, yeah, as you said. So Colapinto in the lead for MP Motorsports. Car Colette second, Jose Maria Marti, Paul Aron, Dino Begnovic, Oliver Golez, Leonard Fortaroli as well, followed then by Caelan Frederick, Gregory Saucy, Johnny Edgar are the top 10 at the moment. We're in the sprint race here for F3. The safety car is out on the opening lap. We've completed 2 laps of the 19. We're on lap 3. That's how that system works, by the way. Laps completed 2 out of the 19 because the lap counter doesn't want to tick up with us in sync. So that's why it says laps completed 2 of the 19. We're on lap 3 now. So just a little thing to keep you up to date with that. And as you can see, the car still there. Barrier still damaged. Debris not much on the track, just about, what, 2 bits I can see. That's a bit of a problem. But great camera angle there. That's a new one for this year. Like the look of that a lot. And there's still no tractor there to get rid of it.
Yeah, probably waiting for all the cars to get through. Another replay of the start here.
Apparently we're in F2 as well with that graphic. Great
Here
getaway.
you can see great start from Colapinto from the lead, of course. And Marty actually had a pretty good start, but then he got some forced wide and then got overtaken. Look at Colette. He's just really clever. Knows that he can get a great exit and gets past the campus there as well.
He was bang on the inside, knew exactly what he needed to do, as we see now. Here's Gabriel Mini. Oh, and he stalled on the grid. The pole sitter for tomorrow started 12th, and he was the reason for the yellow flag in the high-tech pole set. So it wasn't a Carlin, it was a high-tech. It was Gabriel Mini who stalled. He's on pole position for the feature tomorrow. If he does that, he'll have 29 of the cars behind him about to make contact. And this is Goleth.
Yeah. Very bad news there for Mini. It's going to be difficult for him to get points now. Yeah, on board now with Goeth then. In the Trident. Can he try and attack there the ART of Frederick on the outside? Yes, he definitely does go for it on the outside. Very good move from the Trident right behind his teammate.
Kept it in the white lines, which is mega impressive. As tell you what, there's something on my shirt. It's really irritating me. As we see a replay of Rafael Gomez at the wall. Let's hear from Bertolelli.
Crazy guy.
I do think Villagomez.
Oh, it is a bit, yeah, look, it just comes across him. Where are they in the picture? There they are, third him shot, bang. Cuts across the inside line, and it's pretty much like, well, what do you want to do there? Do you want to have an
I
accident?
mean, it's very subtle. It's very subtle how much he went to the right. So it's really just a bit unlucky maybe that the Bortoleto was just that close to his wheel. But yeah, I do think we can give Villagomez here the reason of this incident.
It is under investigation by the stewards, Villagomez and Bortolelli, so they will take it over. So 29 left in the field, and it's so big. That got one way to on the outer circuit, because I honestly think they would join together quite a bit out there. So we're on lap 4. Laps completed 3 in the 19. And now we're just sort of in the waiting period to see what's going to happen. 360 bridge cam, I like it, says Josh. Go on.
It's so confusing that Colapinto is an MP Motorsport. Well, he just got the Williams livery, of course, and just not in orange at all, Bortoleto.
The steering wheel is normal. It's not bending somewhere. No, it's all good.
That's incredible.
Yeah. There's the tractor, the JCB, getting in the car outwards. Is it tractor or digger? It's one of the two, no, but still. Aston Martin safety car coming through. Jess says as well. It's
I think
more of a 50-50
Bortoleto. Oh,
incident.
sorry.
Sorry, I have to say it's more of a 50-50 incident, Jess said. Go on, Tim.
Yeah, I do think it's racing incident as well. But yeah, I think it's incredible that Bortoleto doesn't have any damage from that incident. That he doesn't have any front wing damage or just his left front suspension breaking off. So I think he's very lucky. He's still down in 15, so has got still a chance of points maybe.
I love this fact. During the 2023 Formula 3 season, they're going to run 55% advanced sustainable fuels and will increase the sustainable elements year on year before reaching 100% by 2027. So it's the hydrocarbons as well. What is it? For every 4 normal carbons, you have a hydrocarbon added in as well. So it's H4, so hydrocarbon 4 as well, carbon 1. So it's very complicated how it's all working out as well. But I do understand the physics. There's actually that physics was the one good thing I was good at secondary school as well. So I do understand the principle of it, and I would love to have a sit-down talk with the F1 technical team as well, led by Pat Simmons, former Renault chief technical officer, and now Formula One's chief technical designer for rules and regulations as well. And of course, he's behind the project for sustainable fuels in Formula One. I do, however, did you notice, by the way, how they, on the calendar this year, on the graphic, they've grouped races together, that's in the same area, just so they can say, oh look, we are actually trying to be a little bit normal with the calendar. In fact, apart from the fact that we're zigzagging around the world so many different times, that we've got Azerbaijan and Miami back to back.
Yeah, well, they could have done so much better, of course, with it. I think there are many examples you can give where it's just so weird that they put, I think it was with, look, see, Baku, then Miami,
yeah,
to the US, and then back to Imola. It's just crazy. Oh, from Melbourne as well. Melbourne, Baku, Imola. Miami, Imola. That's why. Just why like that.
They really don't care some of the times, do they? It's like they've given up almost, saying, yeah, well, when we group them eventually, it'll make it look like it's feeling good. Dieter Renken, one more into the safety cars, just put a tweet out saying, could F1 face a change of tyre supplier? As the FIA apparently have done something. Hang on a minute, what's this tweet loading? FIA revealed F1 tyre tender plan, what it means and what it could happen. So I'll retweet that from Dieter Renken, and we'll have a read of that on Twitter at Joshua Birch99. Dieter Renken's Twitter handle is @RacingLines. So if you take a look at that. As wasn't Pat Simmons also heavily involved in Crashgate scandal? Yes. Yes, he was. He was behind. He was behind Crashgate. But we gloss over that a bit, yeah. As they come through, Pat Simmons is still a very intelligent, genius man as well. But yes, he was involved in the Crashgate scandal with Nelson Piquet Jr. As well. But still, we'll move on. Safety car is not coming in yet. It's still out there on the circuit. And we've had a couple of laps behind the safety car. Just to tell you the track temperature, as you can see on your screen, at 41.6 degrees, air temperature at 28. It is stiflingly hot out there. Not as hot as Singapore, but it's really it's over 50 degrees in the car. It's insane.
Yeah, well, it's going to be very interesting to see how the drivers will cope with that. Obviously, could be a bit more dramatic for the tires, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it should all be fine. We're going to go for another lap. It's incredible. And I do think we will go in after that.
Yeah,
but,
I agree. It's just taking
so
ages.
Safety car lap 2? Yeah. Taking way too long it is, maybe. I mean, I think there wasn't too much damage, right?
No,
I think just there too. Maybe there wasn't just not a crane nearby.
This was the team personnel on the track for... oh, hang on. It's involving cars 9 and 12. Incident for starting grid procedure infringement. So we know that Cheroux Racing had that problem as well. So that's why Sophia Flörsch and Wisconsin started in the pit lane. But now we've got cars 9 of Nicola Tosolo and Johnny Edgar in car 12 also under investigation for starting grid infringement. So they'll get a drive-through penalty for that. But look, the FIA having to run onto the grid saying, get off the track, get off the track. There's a 15-minute signal. And what the hell's going on there? We went with a marshal crossing the track. Safety cars coming in, but marshals moving from one track to the other before the 15-second signal. What is going on?
Well, the break was maybe a bit too long. They forget what they have to do, of course, with the starting procedure. Wow, well, F3 is back.
Somebody needs to inform the marshals what not to do on a race course, and someone inform the teams. As soon as that second light goes on, you're off the track. You've got 15 seconds to clear it. Jeez, that's ridiculous. That, and the fact that in Formula 3 on on Thursday evening, we had a driver and their race engineer go onto the track during the high-speed test track where the safety car and medical car bound around the track. It's just unbelievable. Here we go, look, I've got it here on my timer screens. It was Mari Boyer, as I said, breach of Article 12.2.1 of the International Sporting Code. They've been fined €1,000, but they've also had the driver's credentials for the remainder of the season suspended, and they could be removed if they do it again, because the driver coach was aware that according to the schedule the circuit would be closed for track activity, but at approximately 17:49 the driver and his coach jumped the barrier near the entry to turn 11, believing the track activity had ceased, without checking their watches, and the medical car approached them at speed, and they then had to jump over the barrier again. Unbelievable. So Mari Boyer and his race engineer, they're getting in a lot of hot water before the season started. Coming to the restart though, Synth, as well, which is great to see. Do you think we're going to see a normal situation of a good restart as the green flag comes out? Because Colapinto has got Carl Collet and Jose Maria Martin right behind him, and they're taking him to the line again.
Yeah, well, we might see a change of lead pretty soon. I think Collet really wants to take this lead, and he's really looking, he's already going side by side with him. He needs to watch out for him, of course, and he's really waiting very long. We've seen incidents occur because of this before, so let's hope they'll keep it clean and stay focused.
They're taking it to the line. They're literally side by side the line. Green, and it's go again. It's a good start from Colapinto. Carl Collet, they almost got napping by Jose Maria Martin, who's diving to the inside of the track. Paulo Aladina Begnovic side by side. 4 wide, coming into turn 1, round the outside, diving through the middle, through brilliantly. Carl Collet, and there's a spinner. Spinner at the back, it's the 16 who's gone round as well. So it's Luke Browning who's had the spin, and there's another one round at turn 1. 2 cars off at the back, and if they've stalled him, another safety car. And up into second position goes Jose Maria Marti, as Carl Collet dropping down, goes a little bit wide as well. Coming up on the inside, that's Carl Collet back into position as well. But there's cars that stranded at turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, very chaotic restart, and I think we will see safety car because the yellow flag is still out, so surely they must have stalled it. They're still going on with racing over here, but they should watch out in turn 1 again.
Cars do have the ability to restart themselves, but if you stop on track, you can't continue. In Formula 3, there's contact into turn 10, rubbing with wheels, forcing off the track. Can't see, it's one of the Tridents who got forced off further back, and there's another stoppage, and there's a virtual safety car now deployed on the circuit. So everyone will have to slow down once again as there's overtaking suspended, as we see on the other Mari Boyer as well, with Tyler Bernard as well, and Tommy Smith all coming to stop us as yet out of the race. Sadly, as well goes Luke Browning, and there was a second car involved that we haven't got information to at the moment because it hasn't told us on the timing screen there. So I think it's just Luke Browning now, because the second car seems to have got going again, and we'll wait to see who it was who's dropped right down to the back of the field. Here we go again though, Synth. Here, we might be able to pick it up now.
Yeah. It may have looked like a Campos. Let's just see and take another look at it. It was a crazy restart. 3 wide in the back with Marty, Collet, and I think it may have been Aaron who there as well. Look at the back, there was contact, and he's got it going, I think. Right. Oh, there's 2 separate incidents actually.
So there's the second contact, and trying to
one
look
of
down
the
the
PHMs.
Yeah. And Zach O'Sullivan down at turn 8 in 18th position. Oh, running. Oh, and run off the track, the 19 of Tommy Smith.
What a crazy save that was actually. Incredible moment. There was contact as well.
Caelan Frederick's in the pit lane, so I think it was Frederick who might have gone round. Roberto Ferrer is down. Safety car. Full safety car again. So what's the problem down there? That's Caleb Frederick in. Yeah, so full safety car now for the second time today. We've barely completed a racing lap without the safety car being... I don't think we have we? Since we've all spent it behind the safety car.
It's incredible, yeah. Well, another safety car is hopefully not going to take as long. I think there's just one car without many damage into one, which I have to clear, so I think that should be fine. Well, crazy restart. One of the PHMs, I think it was all the way at the back, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was Faria. Well, we're not going to see that, unfortunately, but well, all the three were in the back. Time penalty has been given to Solov for 10 seconds. I think that may have to do with the starting infringement.
So expect the same for Johnny Edgar to come through as well. As Little Owl says, Caleb Frederick into the pit lane because he had a puncture due to contact with Bortello. We're going to have to figure out how to say his name as well. Bortoletto.
Bortoletto.
That's the one.
Bortoletto, yeah.
It's very hard to say in commentary, isn't it? We always say, just give us the first round to learn the names, then we'll get back to you for round 2, which is Australia, which is probably going to be even worse for mine since his sleep schedule.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in my head because of, I think it was from the regional, and I just heard it a lot, so I know it's Bortoletto. Well, who's the number 9? I think the Alpine livery had some damage on his front wing as well. So he's not boxed for some reason, but he did have his front wing hanging a little bit.
I love Little Owl says, oh, I'm not even waking up for Australia, forget that. Well, it's a question, and it's Nikola Tuzovic, so there's got a 10-second penalty for the starting grid infringement. We've yet to hear from Johnny Edgar about that. Luckily for Frederick, and have they even picked up the safety car yet? I don't think they have they? The Aston, where driven by Bert Mylander.
Yeah. Well, they should be coming towards him now at the end of the pit lane.
Bert Mylander starting... Oh, hang on.
No, he does pit now.
Yeah, damage as well on the 5
nose
cone, yeah.
Oh, was that the 10-second penalty maybe for an incident? Because...
Oh, wing 2, yeah. So he's got a broken front wing, and he's coming to the pits. So, well, a 10-second time penalty can either be served in the pit lane or added to your race time. And considering he's coming to the pit lane, technically he's broken the rules again because it should be wait for 10 seconds, then do the work. So more rules. Not. Do people in Formula 3 know the rules? Have they honestly read the rule? But honestly, the clowns that are happening in Formula 3 right now, unbelievable. If I was them, I'd be seriously angry about this. If I was the race director here, I'd be throwing fists later on and just like banging the desk going, what are you doing? You have penalties, apply them. Because of course if he doesn't, he'll get a black flag straight off.
And Wisnicki in the pits as well for a new front wing, so he may be the one that has spun around as well into the one, which we didn't know about. The PHM, here the contact, it was Bortoletto in fact. I think who made the contact there with Frederick, I think there maybe.
Yeah, so that was the reason that Frederick got a puncture with Bortoletto. So Bortoletto slammed up the back as well. That's what gave the puncture to Frederick, as the Lau said.
I got rear end and I have a puncture, man.
Little Owl agrees that's a failure to correctly serve a penalty, which is usually an additional penalty. Yeah, now it'll be a 30-second time penalty or a black flag because he hasn't done it, depending on what there is. Because he's had the 10-second penalty, that should be a stop. It's stopping in the pit lane, serve 10 seconds and go. And have a stopwatch now to perfectly calculate 10 seconds. And so I'm going to wake it. Not that's going to make a difference if he doesn't serve that one. Indeed. Turn 5 is involving Villagomez and Bortoletto will be investigated after the race, causing a collision.
Yeah, there will be a penalty for Villagomez and Bortoletto.
Well, 17 minutes left of the race. 17:30 left on the times clock. We've done 9 and 19. This might go to a timed race because of all the safety cars.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised if we get another one because they they really can't wait anymore to take these positions. Well, Colapinto's still in the lead after that restart. It was very close, but the battle for P2 was crazy. So we might see one at a restart now. Here's Luke Browning out of the car, and 10 laps to go. Well, hopefully 10 laps to go.
We haven't even seen one racing lap. That's the funny thing. We've seen like 2 sectors before the safety car
Well,
gets
yeah,
called.
I think lap 1 was completed, and then so we've got the lap where you see the most safety cars usually. Was the only lap where you haven't seen a safety car now, I think.
Okay, so 1 lap. That's it. And we've done 10. Well, 9 completed, 10 to go. I mean, come on, Formula 3. We've waited all winter. Could you just have one normal day for once, please? And on board there, there's Bert Mylander driving the safety car. I love we've got the track noise now because you can hear the grunt of the Mercedes powered engine underneath the Aston Martin. The reason, sorry, Seth, go on.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know why it's taking so long. I think surely they've already fixed it already. It should go in this lap, right? It's still not saying safe score in this lap, but I mean, how long are they gonna take about just clearing 1 car?
We've done at best 2-minute 2 laps, 10 to go, 15 minutes. My calculations are showing we're not going to get to the end of this race without time being applied. Because they've got to close this, and there's more cars not bunched up. That's why, because that's Nikola Tuzlovic as well, who's gone out the pits. And let's hear from him.
Nicolas, we have top second stop and go penalty for start procedure infringement, so we'll have to serve it at the safety car restart.
That's the point, you can't serve a time penalty under the safety car as well, so that's a double whammy that you're not supposed to do, so... Oh, this is just getting worse. And that's the reason the safety car's not in, because the cars aren't bunched up to the back of the field. So this is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Formula 3 not exactly showing great light here, is it, for the first race of the season?
Yeah, well, we're gonna go on for another lap then, and let's hope we get at least like 5 more laps. Just at least 1 lap, to be honest. Because there you can see the stop and go penalty. That's for Garcia as well.
Yeah. 10 seconds for Garcia. So what's this one for? And it's starting grid procedure infringement. Him too. Wow. So 5 cars, 5 teams forgetting the grid procedure. Teams forgetting how to do penalties. Marshals forgetting how to act on a racetrack. Well, Formula 3 is well and truly back.
Well, in that case, yeah, it's credible. So Sorlov should also get already a penalty for that as well, because I don't think the 10-second penalty was for the infringement, or that 10-second stop and go penalty has been added for that. That was the case. So does he have to wait 20 seconds in the pit now?
Should do, yeah. Yeah, so that's double penalty, yeah. The engine's going to be cooking. Although I'm just thinking here, Synth. Usually I'd say, oh, it's first day back at school, everyone's a bit rusty. This isn't first day back at school. This is first day at school. Literally, it's like the mums and dads have just left and now you're just wandering around thinking, where is everybody? No one has a Scooby-Doo. What is happening? Finally, the safety car is coming in. We've got 13 laps. This is Zach O'Sullivan at the last restart. We're going to have this again, by the way.
Yeah, he's down in 17th now. So he was in 18th, so maybe made up 1 position. This is what safety car restart will be investigated driving erratically.
That's the whole procedure. So that's right, I got the bits up, backing them all up, and then everybody's now under investigation practically for that restart.
Why? What's happened?
Formula 3 does not disappoint. It really... Safety car restart will be investigated after the race, driving erratically. This is reminding me more and more of that Euro Formula 3 race at Monza all those years ago, where we had 3 races, and in the end, the stewards just red flagged it because everybody was driving absolutely stupidly. This is honestly happening again. Safety car to safety car.
This is only the sprint race as well. We've got the feature race tomorrow.
23 laps tomorrow as well, or 22, depending on what they've done it. Right, should we have our 3rd attempt to try and get a start? Safety car is in, so the yellows are out now. Franco Colapinto. Look at Jose Maria Marti. He's already alongside him. You're not allowed to do that. Max Verstappen did that in Formula 1 and got the rule changed. You have to stay single file. The same look for Carl Colette and Paul Aron, who is in 4th position. Fornarolo as well is just behind. Begnovic, Goleth, Edgar Saucy, bar to the top 10. Mansell's right at the back there too. Montoya's in 13th. He was the big surprise. It's green flag again, and they are still not moving. Just go!
Waiting until the line. They really want to finish this race with the least amount of laps for some reason.
Oh, this is
Still
ridiculous.
waiting for Colapinto. Oh.
When's he going to hit the gas? When's he going to hit it? Come on, you're over safety car line 1. The green flag is out. They're moving. They're racing. And the car's stopping in the pit lane. Someone's coming in further back as well. It's Nico Tuzlovic as well. Down towards turn number 1. That restarts now for 5 cars side by side. Bontalo, Mansell, Montoya coming in as well. Hot on the brakes. Round the outside. Begnovic and Aron side by side. Aron's on the outside. Begnovic trying to come through. 2 Primas nearly making contact. Colapinto leads. And they do touch. And here comes as well the MP of Edgar coming in the mix. Quanting across the front is Gregory Saucy. Always gets sideswiped further back by Bontalo. Goleth coming in too. 5 wide into turn 4. And now the lead changes again. Colapinto just again holds off Jose Maria Marti. Carl Colette down to 3rd. It's drama. 3 wide down the sand dune section we go as well. Coming through. Edgar Bontalo coming in there as well. Side by side, sliding on the grass. Everyone's moving on the curbs as well. And going out wide there. That's the 22 going off the circuit of Ida Cohen. All is chaotic at the restart.
So far so good. Oh, and the Sportsletter defending going towards turn 10. Here we can see some side-by-side action and nearly contact as well. Well, there is contact as they're all bunching up. But so far they're all going through still. Maybe some damage to the front wing. Cars are going off in turn 10 and it looks like it's going to be single file in turn 11, hopefully. Oh, in the back. There's some battles as well.
Oh! Yaney went on the inside and Tommy Smith was trying to pass Marie Boyer as well. Time penalty for Wiskenik as well because Wazinski gets a penalty because he had 5 seconds with cars on the grid, presumably diving up the inside once again, side by side. That is going to be the 22. Trying to make a move, and that's a bit on the side there. That's Ida Cohen. And that's also versus Hunter Yaney. See, look, they've all changed positions here. They started that lap with Ida Cohen 14th, Hunter Yaney 20th. That's how much they've changed. As well, it's a virtual safety car infringement as well for Nick Kawinski as well. As cars off the track, almost in the gravel area.
Yeah, big slide there as well in the back. There could have been a crash like Albon had in qualifying earlier, like a few years ago. There's the Bortoleto on the inside, the 2 Premas as well going together, and the Trident behind him.
I heard crunching of carbon fibre in my ears. Can't see any damage there on the track. As we see Begnovic trying to get past. And now lead changing then once again. Nearly Colapinto having to hold off Marti from the back as well. Goleth, the 2 Tridents battling together with Fornarolo as well. But this is unbelievable. Now we get racing.
Yeah, luckily they're keeping it clean now, and Marti really tries to get this lead away from Colapinto. He's very close, and DRS will be soon be enabled, and then with that he will definitely go and try and get past him to get the lead of this race.
Montoya's passed Mansell for 12th position as well, so they've swapped over. Boritola, as we say, is back up into 11th position as well. Garcia's in the pit lane. This is Gregory Saucy as he got pinched by the Trident coming through turn 3.
Oh, the Trident going off there as well, over the gravel, nearly losing the rear end. He's trying to go make it 3 wide here on the inside. No, he thinks better of it and decides to stay behind. There's going to be some contact. Oh, nearly makes contact with both of the Tridents as well, actually. But he keeps it clean, so now we're going side by side with another car, and we're back to live pictures.
13 and 19, 1:53 was that lap time, 8 minutes to go, plus 1 lap, so we might just get these in. I doubt it though, we'll keep an eye on the clock. Be very tight if it is a 40-minute race plus 1 lap for the sprint. Feature tomorrow is 45 minutes plus 1 lap completed. As Colapinto, 3/10 only over Marti, 3/10 between them and Carl Colette as well. Over the line we go. Fastest lap 1:51.626 for Franco Colapinto as he now is up to racing speeds. Marti's got the DRS, of course, looks to the inside, and Colapinto goes defensive. This is the stuff we want to see.
That's late though. Is it moving under braking?
Yeah.
It was very late defending from
Do it again.
Colapinto. Here, DRS again towards turn 4.
Marty's trying to go around the outside. He's got the DRS in towards turn number 4. Colapinto can't defend, and Jose Maria Marti takes the lead in the sprint race here in Bahrain on lap 14, as Johnny Edgar has been passed as well by Hugh Barter, and now Barter's been passed by Edgar. That battle is something we want to see at 9 and 10. Really swapping over positions constantly. What a start! This is getting better as the timing screen trying to change, as Marty now apparently set the fast up 151.735.
What an incredible move by Marty. Very quick, and well, that was going to come anyways. And now with the DRS, we could see that coming for sure. Barcletta under pressure there as well. We can see is that by Montoya.
Yeah.
It is, I think, yeah. And now DRS now for Colapinto, of course. Can he try and fight back?
Montoya side by side further back as well with Bortolelli as well. If they're going to make the move, it'll have to be now. That's also further back. That's the 3 of Zach O'Sullivan trying to pass Taylor Barnard as well. Didn't do it. As we rejoin the leaders, Jose Maria Marti will lead a lap. Franco Colapinto in second position is closing. They've pulled out a 2-second gap to Kyle Collette in third. So it's Campos versus MP, Marti versus Colapinto. DRS this time for Franco as he approaches uphill towards turn number 1. Don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah, DRS open again. Oh, he's very close. I think just as close as Marty was before. DRS slipstream. Can he try and make a late move into turn 1?
Camera angles changed as, oh, that was Paul Aron coming under pressure from his Prima teammate. Did they make a move? No. So, yes, he did. Begnovic is ahead of Paul Aron in the Primas. They've swapped over. So, Begnovic to 4th position. Aron's got the DRS. He's going to try and come around the outside in towards turn number 4. That's a late move. They want to risk it. The two Primas side by side. And Aron brilliantly rounded. Takes the position back. Goes a little bit wide. And now here comes Begnovic now. And Godes on the outside as well, trying to get in on this. But Paul Aron's back up into 4th position. Begnovic falling into the back clutches now of Godes in 6th position.
Wow, nothing between them. The two Primas definitely not acting like teammates here. Battling as much as they can, and Godes nearly taking advantage of that, as Montoya in the back has gone past Bortoletto. As we can see, this will be the safety car restart will be investigated after the race for driving a red.
That's the second safety car restart. So both safety car restarts under investigation. So by the time we come to the feature race tomorrow, the entire grid might have changed. As Godes coming on the inside of Begnovic into turn 11. He's trying to keep a wheel on the inside line. Begnovic's giving him room. Godes almost sliding into him. Getting oversteer coming through turn 11. Fantastic racing between the two.
Incredible, yeah, a little bit of room given there as well. As we go towards the final straight before the main straight, can we see Colapinto less than 6/10? I think that could be close enough for him to make a move on Marty. Can he retake the lead of the sprint race here in Bahrain?
Coming through as well, this guy is insanely talented. He's one to watch. I completely agree with you, the little owl as well. This is absolutely fantastic. Josh says we've only completed 2 fun racing laps, if my math is correct. Well, we've done a few more now since your message came through, which is great to see. 16 to 19, 4 minutes left on the clock, so we might just get the last lap as the bonus +1 lap completed in the 40 minutes. And Kyle Collette's been dropped now, 3.3 seconds back, but look at Colapinto once again on the back of Marty.
Yeah, dropped a little bit of time through the first 2 corners as he, with DRS, tries to close up a little bit. So Marty doing a good job to staying ahead. I think Colapinto's biggest chance of overtaking him is to try and make a late move in turn 1.
Further back, there's Paul Aron in 4th, Begnovic is 5th, Godes, Saucy as well. They all sort of joined together in the mid-pack of the field as we come down 16 and 19, so 17, 18, 19 with 3 to go. We might just get it, because if we cross the line with a second to go, it is still going to be another lap after that. So that's how it works with the +1 lap rule. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. 3 minutes now left on the clock. So we'll start lap 17, we'll get lap 18, and then +1 19. We should complete the distance at the moment.
Oh, that's good news. I think I saw Boya battling Edo Cohen in the back. So, well, that's Boya has gotten ahead for that for sure. Let's see now. Colapinto is dropping back a little. I think Marty might have this one if he doesn't make any mistakes.
710's back, and still have the DRS, and Mini's up into 19th position ahead of Smith, and further back, loads of sliding everywhere since.
Yeah, big slide from Paul Aaron as well.
And we got Theo Stips coming off the Goleth as well, so he wants a fresh vision for the last couple of laps. Right, they crossed the line with 2:16 to go to start lap 17. So next time around they'll start lap 18 with about 10 seconds left, and then it's +1 lap 90. So we should get the full duration in on this sprint race, which is nice to see. Colapinto has closed right back up to Jose. Still got the tyres to do something. Uphill now towards turn 4 we go. DRS is open, 15.4 metres up, and they're just dropping back as O'Sullivan passes Mansell.
Yeah, just a bit too far. He's losing like maybe half a tenth every lap as the two Premers go side by side. Beganovic tries to get past his teammate. Got a good exit out turn 4.
They nearly made contact. Aaron rocked up, so he's having to go defensive. Begnovic side by side. Oh, I can't watch. That's close. Mega close. And Begnovic's through. Fantastic. Right round the outside of this the sand dune section. They're trying to go left. Going to try and go it now. Can't do it. Door gets shut. Brilliant those sins for Begnovic. Brilliant.
Yeah, incredible move there by Dino Beganovic, and getting past Aaron. Aaron trying to go around the outside of turn 6, which is incredibly risky, especially if you're fighting against a teammate, but it all went right. Goer still somehow managed to stay behind him as he tries to attack him now down the inside of turn 11.
Can he get through? He's trying. He's into the car space.
Oh.
He oversteers again. Nearly whacks it to the side. Oh, for Paul Alon. Unbelievable. This is fantastic stuff.
Yeah, that was really close, bouncing off the curb and nearly oversteering into the side of the Prema. Luckily it all went right, so Go is still waiting behind the two Premas, who are probably going to try and battle each other again into turn 1.
Clock has stopped. The clock has stopped at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on whether that's going to change anything. Lap 18 of 19 now, 17 completers. Oh, and Gregory Saucy is coming on the inside line. Can he get through and go left? No. Tools back in to try and get the DRS. Down we go again towards turn number 1. Very low on the brakes. Can he do it? No, he can't. He's not going to risk it there. Timers run out, Synth, so it's this +1.
All right, so it's going to be, that's going to be the final, until the final lap, right?
Indeed, indeed. Oh, we've crashed. On the YouTube.
Oh.
Keep going there, Synth, keep going.
Oh, sector 1, yellow flag. Well, there was 2 cars going a bit wide then. I think that's, green flag again, so no crashes or anything, but just 2 cars going very wide in turn 1.
O'Sullivan.
As we can see now.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, O'Sullivan's past Mansell, and we've got our stream back again. Apparently we're a bit glitchy, sorry, we've just turned the timings off for that. Don't know what's happened there. As we see a replay, and this is the number, that's 3 further back. Oh, the MP's having troubles.
These are the 2 cars going wide.
Oh, and we've lost Synth. The internet's gone off. Lost you there. Hopefully we come back shortly. Time penalty for Kalen Frederick, +5 seconds. Comes back, and Synth's back with us now.
Yeah, hello. A little bit glitchy there, so let's see. So let's hope we're not going to see any glitches now in the final lap, and let's see what these framers are going to try and fight each other again, probably into turn 1.
Well, I know what's caused the freeze problem. It's because the Formula 3 live timing on the internet has crashed, and it's caused an issue. So that's why we're frozen over there. So apologies for that as they try and come through. We're going to start the last lap of the race though with a brief yellow flag though, since we go green on the last lap.
Yeah, maybe someone going wide in the final corner. Not too sure why there was a yellow flag. Not seeing here, so I don't think Aaron is going to be close now as in the back. Oh, man, that's Montoya under pressure.
Montoya at this time, so he's going to be pushing like absolute crazy as they come up the hill once again to try and have the go. Well, this is getting a little bit unpredictable now since Sophia Flush has made up into 22nd position. Great start for her. Oh, we've crashed.
Oh.
We're back.
Oh.
No idea what's happened.
So let's see, who's that Campos behind him? That's Barter, who is pressurizing Montoya at the moment, but he's still behind him. As you can see him here, Bartoletta right behind him. This is the final lap of the race. Are we going to see any overtakes still?
Well, that's disappointing. I hope you can still hear us. There's Montoya watching on. That's Juan Pablo Montoya. As Jose Maria Marti, I think we're back with us now. Jose Maria Marti to the race. Turn 10 will be investigated between Frederick and Bortelli after the race. I'm just hoping this stabilises for some reason because it just crashed on us. I don't know, really annoying. The FIA Formula 3 website's done it. Out of the last corner then, punching towards the line. It's Jose Maria Marti who wins the season over here in Bahrain. Franco Colapinto takes second position and Kai Collet goes on in third position with a great job. What a race, Synth.
Wow, incredible race and an incredible job by Marty. He definitely deserved that. He had to fight for it as well, and with an incredible overtake on Colapinto, he manages to win this season opener, and a very deserved one as well. He is now the championship leader, of course.
Right, we're going to try and fix this problem and come back to you. We'll stay on here, and it's Jose Maria Marti who wins. We'll be back in a second as soon as this internet starts. You're back with us here for Formula 3. Apologies that we're still glitching a little bit. Something's interfering with our systems and we can't work out what it is because it's not the internet, so it's something there. But Synth, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Let's get the pictures back on. Right. Sorry for that, everyone. Let's hope the system calms down before Formula 3 this later. I think we'll do a quick scan of systems. But at least Josh says as well and reassures me, yes, the call of the finish went through. Fantastic. So, yeah. Well, it's first race and the FIA Formula 3 system's glitched. The timing screen stopped, so it glitched the computer. And now it's sent OBS into a frenzy of what to do. So, that's a bit confusing. But what a race, though, for Jose Maria Marti. Getting the win. Colapinto, Collet, Begnovic, Aron, Gola, Saucy, Fornaroli, Edgar, Montoya, the top 10, Barter, Bortelli, O'Sullivan, Mansell, Barnard, Boyer. Let's hear quickly from Marty.
I like this. We should do this more often. Yes, please.
Well, if you keep going, lad, you might get to, I think.
Yeah, keep going. After that, from Bedrin, 17th, Mini, Cohen, Yaney, Gray, Sophia Flörsch, Smith, Farah, Wisniewski, Tosolo, Garcia, Frederick, and then out of the race was Browning and Villagomez since. Good race, good race.
Definitely. A lot of safety cars as well, but, it was still a very exciting last few laps, especially, of course. Let's hope we see that all race tomorrow, then those final few laps, just in the whole future race. That would be incredible. All those battling, less safety car maybe tomorrow, but, wow, it's a very great race. Good season opener. I mean, Bahrain always delivers with Formula 3.
So it just says encoding overloading as well. So OBS has decided to have a paddy. So we're going to go, let's get it sorted. We'll be back shortly. And you're back. Look, everything's working. We've stabilised the problem, which is great. Thanks, Formula 3, for your crazy race, nearly breaking my computer once again. We'll hear from the top three in a second, though, Synth. But now let's get our thoughts, not glitchy. Great race. Safety car for the first half, but then it showed us why Formula 3 is popular by having a great second half.
Yeah, incredible racing and just so close to contact all the time, but just not happening, which is obviously the best. Just some incredibly dared moves.
Fernando is congratulating Jose Maria Marti for the Spanish drive. Well done, well done.
Yeah, and Alonso, the 2023 world champion, of course.
Yes, of course. Megan is more convinced than ever he's going to do well this season.
He was first in FP2. I wouldn't be surprised. I would love it though. That would be incredible. But yeah, well, Formula 3 then Marty. Incredible job, just incredible.
Fingers crossed it'll be a smooth sailing start. Later on, a reminder that we're now on for pre-practice 3 gets underway at 11:15 GMT, and that's 12:15 Central European time. And of course, we'll be back for all of the action for the Formula 2 sprint race that's in between the two sessions, everyone, remember. So we'll be back then, all set to go. This shirt never annoys me. Today, it's annoying me like mad. Let's have a look. This is the moment he crossed the line, Synth. Great job once again from Jose Maria Marti.
Yeah, definitely. I think those are the most beautiful wins, right? When you absolutely fought for it, because well, he was all the way on time behind Colapinto for most of the time, and then he went with the overtake and well, pulled away from him. So an incredible job by Pepe Marti. To us, I think he's called like that as well as a nickname. So the Spanish driver winning this race very well, very much deserved. But he's gonna have to do it from a little bit further back than in the feature race, right?
Yeah, starts 12th on the grid, I think, for the next race. So he'll definitely have a lot to look forward to. Let's hear from the drivers in the cool-down room.
No, if I did like that, honestly, I was so fast. Yeah. But like, not even like I thought that was really, really slow. Because I saw you know, and then I looked behind it, so I'm pulling up. I said, what's going on? Yeah, I know how his tires didn't die.
Oh, mate.
In 6 and 7, he was like.
In 6 at the end, I was sideways back. Yeah. The beginning was nice, but that mate, I locked up at the rears and TH.
No, actually, the team left is so very.
I have drift tires. Come on.
En cómo era pista para el F2. Te verás ahora.
And it was done. Would have gone over there to the battle screen, but we didn't have it operational at the moment. We've only got 16 of the 30 drivers shown on your monitors for the results, which is disappointing, but we know what the problem was and we'll fix that ahead of free practice 3. We'll do a computer scan and get everything sorted as well. We've got an hour or so. It won't take that long to get everything sorted, although I would like breakfast. Haven't eaten yet. Don't know about yourself, Synth, as well. I can't hear. On the podium then. Here they come. On the field. Wow. New F1 podium this year. Diamond shape. Right, look at that a lot. As they come on. So Carl Collet finishes in 3rd position here in Bahrain. Franco Colapinto started on pole position, led most of the race. Sadly, not the last 2, which was passed by the race winner, Jose Maria Marti. A fantastic win in Formula 3, our first winner of the season. And in his honour, we are going to hear the Spanish national anthem. Fernando Alonso watches on. The Spanish national anthem for Jose Maria Marti. Is that a sign of things to come? And that's what Jess has just said. Hopefully we'll hear more of this anthem. Brilliant for Marti. That could be the first time this weekend we hear it. Second time could be in the Formula 1 race. What do you think, Sid? Is that even an option for Fernando Alonso?
Yeah, I do think so. I definitely think he has got a chance. I don't think maybe for pole position, but in the race anything can happen. And if you're qualifying high up, well, why not? There's always a chance. And let's hope for him. He could get a win. That would be incredible for Formula 1 if Fernando Alonso wins the race.
Race pace simulation showed Fernando Alonso was 27 thousandths of a second slower than Max Verstappen. That's nothing, absolutely nothing in Formula 1's race runs. I just hope it's a good qualifying. And now it's champagne time! First time we hear Carmen on the podium. the non-alcoholic champagne sprays here in Bahrain. The first race done of 2023. Next up, it's race 2, the feature. Tomorrow morning, 8:50 GMT for all of the action. Practice 3 is on in an hour. Then straight after, it's Formula 2's sprint race time. Then it's qualifying for Formula 1. So much action and anticipation coming into this year. Formula 3 is giving us our first bit of the cake. We want more. Tomorrow, we will. Formula 3, nice start. What do you think, Synth? Tomorrow, more fun or more action?
More fun and more action, obviously.
It's going to be fantastic. Join us tomorrow, 8:50 AM GMT, for all of the action. Thanks for your company, Synth. We'll see you for practice 3 in an hour. Take care. Goodbye.